Did you know that the average home, according to the EPA, is up to 70 times more polluted inside than outside? To me, that's just total craziness. Hi, Ken from ASI, the White Glove guys. So you think about it, you got a median price home in San Diego over $500,000, a place where you go, you lock up your doors, you close your windows so that you're safe and sound, but yet you're living in an environment that's up to 70 times more polluted. Well, that just shouldn't be that way, and there's plenty we can do about it. I want to talk about that today. So there's really four main methods of improving the quality of the air in your home. Number one is source removal. Well, what does that mean? If you got pollutants in your house, if you don't let them in the first place, you don't have to remove them. Make sense? Right? So that's where we start. A lot of people go running for number two first. They go running and say, you know, they'll go down to the big box store where they got aisles and aisles of high efficiency air filters. But a high efficiency air filter is a lot like putting a bilge pump on a sinking boat. Now, if you had an extremely bad leak in a boat, what would you do? You would fix the leak first, and then you'd put in a bilge pump. And maybe you already do have a bilge pump, but let's face it, we don't need the bilge pump to hardly operate if we don't have a leak in the boat. Same thing here. If we remove the causes of the indoor air pollution, then our filter is really only going to work, it's going to be far more effective because it's only going to be working on the smallest particulate and the things, the pollutants that really trigger our allergies, asthma, and our other upper respiratory problems. And then the third thing is dilution. Dilution is actually bringing outside air into your home. Now, not just outside air that's unfiltered, because you could live right next to a freeway, open your windows, and what do you wind up having? Would you call that fresh air? I wouldn't call it fresh air. It's outside air. But if we take that air and we move it across an extremely efficient media filter, and then possibly even hospital grade filtration, which we could put into your home, and then have a UV air purifier, now that would be fresh air. So that's a way of improving the air quality. And the last thing is humidification. Humidification is really underrated, but think about it. People who live in Florida, Houston, and all these areas where they got lots of humidity, those folks are really faced with the dangers of having mold growing inside of their cooling coils on their ACs, mold in lots of different areas. But for those of us who live in the communities like San Diego, desert communities, well, dry air can be equally dangerous in that our sinus passages become far less effective as they dry out and allow more and more of the fine particulate and the things that trigger our allergies into our sinus cavities. And again, I'm not a physician, but I've spoke with allergists who speak exactly to this. So there's a number of things that you can do. We're going to speak in more detail about each one on how you can improve the air quality in your home. Thanks, appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you next video.